Hello and welcome back to Travel Market Report TV. Today I'm with John from Princess Cruise Lines. We're going to be talking about lots of interesting things. We'll be talking about destinations, we'll be talking about military folk, we'll be talking about food and beverage and a whole host of other things that will help you to better understand the Princess product if you're not already selling Princess, which you should be. And if you are already selling Princess, just to give you a little bit more information and a little bit of a teaser on some things coming. Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Super happy to have you here in humid Boca Raton.
Yes.
So hot.
Yes.
Now, you do something very unique at Princess when it comes to bringing the destinations on board. Yeah. I think it's super special. It's super important, particularly, yes, people cruise for the ships because the ships are beautiful, but they cruise also to experience a destination, and that time in destination can be limited.
Yes.
So what do you do that gives them more time?
Yeah, it really is about extending the destination experience onto the ship as early as possible. So from the moment you step on board, it's really about how you're immersed in that destination. And we do it around the world, whether it's in Hawaii, everything from ukulele lessons when you're sailing out to the Hawaiian Islands.
Oh, that's cool. You can
Alaska.
get your Bruno Mars on.
Yeah, we can't afford him, but yeah, he'd be great. We do a program in Alaska called North to Alaska, which is everything from sled dogs in the piazza, up in Skagway, to the local food, some enrichment people, Iditarod race winners. We have a great program we're just launching in the Caribbean called the Rhythm of the Caribbean, which is about, again, bringing that destination on from the food, the music, the culture, some treasure hunters, because all the pirates that used to kind of inhabit that area. And there's also a new program in Australia, New Zealand called Across the Ditch, which is when we sail from Australia to New Zealand. Princess is actually the largest North American brand that sails in Australia. And it's kind of an affectionate term for when you cross over to New Zealand. We do everything from bring Maori presenters on, there's a festival, and then when we sail up into Fjordlands National Park, we have a glacier, not Glacier Bay, of course, that's a different part of the world. We have a park ranger who actually helps guide people through and explain what they're experiencing.
This is really unique because traditionally you would get on board and you would have sea days that really were just about waiting until you got to the port of call. So especially if you had 2 or 3 sea days, it's not often that you have 3, but I guess if you have 2 sea days, you're just waiting until you get to the port and you kind of try to fill your days with Sudoku and crosswords. Now you're saying that not only did you always have entertainment, but now you have really destination-specific things. Absolutely. I think when travel agents are qualifying and going through that process of listening to their clients, there are things that they can listen for and say, oh, you know what? I think I have a Princess guest in front of me. And you can help me to figure out those things, but I'm guessing there are things like I really want to be immersed in the culture, I want to learn some history, some culture. What else should they be listening for to know that they've got a Princess guest?
And maybe if they have their kids with them, or maybe they're thinking of a multi-generational group that's coming. We think we do a great job of that because we appeal to so many different ages and demographic types. And so maybe your kids are interested in learning about those things, and we have a great partnership with Discovery Communications. So like we're right now in the middle of Shark Week, and so we actually do programs on board. We do it all year, but we're really focused on it right now about educating the kids on the sharks and the importance of them and their teeth and all that stuff about how they actually have evolved. So it's, if you've got a family or you've got people that are interested in, as you say, learning a little bit more and getting engaged, then I think we do a great product.
And I think even if you don't hear those things coming directly from your clients, but you know from previous trips that you've booked that they've enjoyed certain things, that kinesthetic interaction on board, that blows people away because traditionally, like we said, they would have to wait until they got on tour and they had those few minutes with the tour guide where they lean in and they start to listen for, did you know that? But this all now happens on board from the minute that they walk on the ship.
And one of the most immersive opportunities we have is in the Caribbean, where you've heard of Fathom, the brand. So Fathom, the brand, is no longer, but is actually still existing, and we're testing some concepts on Caribbean sailings. We have 4 more in 2018 coming up, and we're looking into our 2019 planning, where up to 200 people, so it's a very small group setting, pay only a $200 fee, which is all commissionable, and that goes towards shore excursions that relate to giving back to the local communities when you're in St. Thomas or San Juan. So it's everything from cleaning up a beach, working with school kids, planting trees, rebuilding a coral reef that's been devastated by the hurricanes last year. And what's great about that is it is truly, there's training on board about how to engage in the culture, how to talk to people, how to work with people that you may not work with every day. And so when you go in, you feel comfortable. And we're seeing our satisfaction scores through the roof because it's kind of a ship within a ship, because you're in a small group, you feel special, and of course you're giving back. And so you feel like you've given something.
So that's an incredible concept for people who are asking, is it ready to go back? Is the Caribbean ready? Is San Juan okay? That's a great segue to, you know what? It is okay. And there's something you can do to help if you want to.
Absolutely.
That's great. Now, you mentioned about groups. I think one of the really cool things about Princess is that you offer commission on shore excursions for groups. How does that work?
Yeah, so it's a group setting where the travel agent will be able to connect with our group shore excursion department, so any group of 16 people or more, and they can customize the tours to that group's liking, and we will work with them to essentially help with that, and whatever the interests are.
Yeah.
We've had everything from groups that have slept overnight on a glacier. They've taken a helicopter tour to look at penguins.
Wow.
So pretty cool stuff. And we had actually a good example, because I know the question is, well, am I going to make any money doing this? Because that takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
We actually had a travel agent who was managing a group of about 100 people on a Hawaii trip out of LA, so a 2-week trip there. And they had arranged for a shore excursion in every single port. And they earned the commission of over $7,000 just for their work.
Just on shore excursions.
Just for shore excursions. Now, they put some time into that because they were managing.
Of course.
But the way it works is, you work with us, we'll give you the net price on the shore, and it's up to you to charge what you can charge to your
Everybody
group.
watching this at home just sat up.
Huh?
They said, what?
I'm interested.
That's so cool. Military discounts. A lot of agents asking us, some cruise lines are doing it and some cruise lines aren't doing it. I know military is special for you. Why?
Yeah, military is very special for us. I mean, on a personal level, my dad was in the military. He served in the Navy.
Thank you for his
most of his
service.
career. Yeah, he was great. He actually retired as the captain of the battleship Missouri, which is pretty cool.
That's
not
impressive.
Not everybody can say that. And we actually offer, it's not a discount or anything that affects the commission. It's an onboard credit that once the military person, active duty or retired, registers with us, they're in our system forever, and they get up to $250 in onboard credit depending on the length of the sailing. It's the richest in the industry, and we really value this. We value our great military family and trying our way to give back. Again, no effect on commission or price. It's just a gift that we give back.
That's awesome. Thank you, Princess, for doing that. So next year, at the end of next year, something's coming up.
Yeah, we're very excited.
Something
We've got
small?
a new ship coming out called
Something big.
Something big. Sky Princess, which is the sister now to the Royal, the Regal, and the Majestic Princess. And we actually have not yet announced fully all of the features, but it's going to be pretty exciting. Especially what I'm most excited about is we're taking our suite experience to a whole new level. We've got some great dining upgrades, but overall it's a great class of ship. We've got wonderful feedback for it. She launches at the end of the summer in Europe, and then she comes over to Fort Lauderdale in December 2019.
So I would imagine the best way to get updates on that is to be subscribed to your mailing list. You have an agent's mailing list or some kind of system that they can subscribe to so that the travel agents get the updates. And of course, Travel Market Report will cover it as well. But
so you can follow me on Facebook as well. So Princess VP Sales. Don't look at my name because if they fire me, they want to keep the account going. So Princess VP Sales, I'll do updates there, and as well as on onesourcecruises.com, which is our agent portal. You can get all the marketing information there.
That's so exciting. Thank you so much for coming
My
in today.
pleasure.
I'm really excited. The destinations, the military, the group, the commission on shore excursions. But before you go, one last thing.
Yes.
I feel like you've probably been everywhere, but
You'd be surprised.
where have you not been that you would love to go and why?
Oof, that's a tough one. Well, I've been to the Galapagos with my wife before we had kids, back when we had fun.
Okay.
But I do want to take them back there someday.
Back
but
when life was less expensive.
A little bit. I've never been to Africa, so I want to go to Africa Safari, and I've heard either in Uganda or Rwanda with the gorillas sitting in that. To me, I can't wait to do that.
Oh, that would be
Very
amazing.
excited.
I think there's like 100 and something thousand travel agents out there who are ready. What's your inbox?
Right. Can't wait.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I
pleasure.
can't wait. Next time that we sit down to chat, I hope that you will have gone to Africa already or be on your way. Thank you so much. We'll be back with you very shortly with some more from Travel Market Report TV.